What's up, PokeMoshPit? This is KingDaddyDMAC, one of the owners and creators of this very glorious channel you are watching today, but it's been a little while since I've uploaded. Oh my god, I hope you guys will all forgive me, but I got a really good match for you today. It's against NoJNP, likely to be one of our newest PMP directors, and real quick, taking a look at the teams, we're both playing pretty offensive. I'm going to be hopefully leading with my Deoxys if possible, and I was a little up in the air about him. I kind of figured it would be the Rotom Wash, but anyway, let's get on with it and see what happens. Alright guys, so I'm going to lead with my Deoxys, just like I said, of course, to get up my hazards as quickly as possible, and I ended up being wrong about his lead. He might have switched it up just because he knew, or pretty much knew, that I'd be leading with the Deoxys, but in any case, I'm not too worried about it, because I know that I can take at least 2 crunches as long as he doesn't have any type of attack boost, because I am a very defensive-oriented Deoxys S. I don't even have any attacking moves on this guy, just all different status-type moves, and I do not want to get distracted from my primary goal, which is to get up those hazards. So it works out pretty nicely. Get up my rocks in 1 layer spike, so doing well so far. Gonna go into my Rotom, and because he's not boosted in anything, I know I can take any move that he has. Goes for that close combat, and I'm able to get off, oh yes, a nice Will-O-Wisp. So at this point, his Lucario is pretty much useless. Gonna have no other use other than to be fodder in this match. Now here, I figured he'd go for his hardest hitting move again, that close combat. So I go into my Miss Piggy, my Jelly, which of course is a ghost and gonna be immune to those fighting type moves. Main role of this Pokemon on my team is to be a spin blocker, but he has no spinner, so I don't have to worry about it. Now, I'm going to predict, of course, the switch, because he can't do jack to me. And able to catch his Rotom on the switch. I was kind of hoping it would be the Breloom, just so I could get a burn on him before he got the Toxic Orb up, but not quite lucky enough. So I'm going to decide just to stay in at full health. He's not going to be able to OHKO me, and I'd rather have the Jelly Burn. Now I went for the taunt just in case he tried to hit me first, or if he U-turned out. I really need to stay in the offensive, so kind of sucked there. A little bit of a waste of a turn for me. At this point, he's going to Volt Switch. I'm just going to let him go ahead and hit me, and I'm going to go for that burn again, that Will-O-Wisp again, to try and get the burn, because I really want to catch as many players of his team off guard. Unfortunately, he does a pretty good job, whether it was in prediction of this or what, but just going to be another wasted turn for me. So, little risky plays, but in the long run, I think it kind of paid off for me. Now, I still want to keep this Jelly alive. He still has the Rotom that could do the Hydro Pumps, and he still has a lot of guys that can use fighting-type moves. So I'm going to want to keep my Jelly alive. So I'm going to switch right here as he switches as well. Not really that great for me as matchup. He's going to outspeed, and he's going to have that Willow, and Bullet Punch can't do jack. So I'm going to want to switch right here. And end up going into my Rotom. Now, I know it's going to be pretty much as death fodder, but just in case, it was really probably the best choice that I had if I was going to possibly lose a Pokemon. So he does the Volt Switch, and it's alright, because right now he'd have to bring in a guy first, and I will get the advantage of the switch, but he makes a great play, goes into his Lucario, and where that might have looked stupid, like he wasted a Pokemon, now I no longer am going to have that switch advantage, and we both have to bring in stuff blindly. And this is going to give him a perfect opportunity to be in a position where he can finally get his entry hazards up. So isn't that great for me? But I will be able to get off a nice, strong banded stab U-turn. So what, Jirachi? And I'm going to decide to go into my Haxorus. Now, I could have went into my Dragonite too, but I didn't want to be locked into one move, and I thought I might be able to scare him out. Also, because of the fact I have the Lumberry, I don't have to worry about a T-Wave or a Body Slam, Parahax, or anything like that, so I can freely get up that Dragon Dance. He decides just to stay in, even though I hoped that he would switch, but it was a good play. Gets off that Body Slam, gets the Paralyze, which was likely what his goal was, but since I carry that Lum once again, that status is going to go right away. I'm going to be at +1, and unless he has a Scarfer on his team, I should outspeed everything. So kind of crossing my fingers that I might be able to get a sweep here. Take out that Jirachi. Goodbye, little bitch boy. brings in his Terrakion, and this is what I was afraid of. He could be bluffing here, but I just had a strong feeling that he's a good player. He's probably not gonna make a bluff like that, and I decide I just take the risk. I'm going to switch out. I don't want to waste my Haxorus yet. And I was pretty sure he'd go for that close combat. So I go into here. This is really nice. Now I have to really hope. I didn't see a balloon. I have to really hope that he's choiced. So I still don't know for sure if he was bluffing or not, but I'm pretty sure he was scarfed. I know that he's choiced now because he switched, and I'm going to be able to get up a free recover. Because he definitely doesn't want that Jellicent in there that can come in on so many things being immune. He'd want to take it out. So he goes back into his Rotom. I'm at a decent health now, so I'm pretty happy. Jelly gets a lot more, for sure, playtime in the match. And at this point, I just have to see who the hell wants to take a Hydro Pump / Volt Switch. So I go into my Scissor. He could have went for the Willow, but I really didn't think he'd take that chance. At this point in the game, he really needs to get off damage. So, ends up being pretty good, went for that Volt Switch, very nice, but unfortunately now he has the Gyarados, which completely is going to wall me. Plus, is he Moxie? No, he's Intimidate, so he's going to get my attack lowered, which sucks. So right here, I know he's probably going to Dragon Dance. I might as well just go for the U-turn in case he sets up a sub so that I can hopefully break it. He goes for the sub, so ended up being really good that I went for that U-turn. And let's see, will he break it? Will he break it? Oh no, did I break it? Oh no, I didn't break it. So now here, I really can only do one thing. He doesn't have any steals left, so I'm just going to go ahead for that Outrage. And right here, this is going to pretty much force him that he's going to have to attack me and take me out. Of course, he gets the Dragon Dance because I was faster there because he did that the prior turn. But he's going to have to attack me because otherwise that Outrage is going to hurt like a bitch. So it's going to prevent him from getting up another Dragon Dance, force him to go ahead and KO me, and now he is not behind a sub. So, Haxorus, thanks for being a team player. Sorry I have to see you go so soon. So now I go into my Green Bean, my Dragonite, who's one of the most overpowered freaking guys in the OU metagame right now, but you gotta love him. And I could have went for the Extreme Speed. I kind of debated it, but I figured, you know what? I'm just going to take the chance that I get a 3-turn Outrage. And this is going to be very important that I get this, because otherwise he's just going to be able to keep on subbing up on me being faster. So if I only get the 2, it's going to be risky. I might hit myself in confusion, and he's going to have enough HP to set up a sub. So I break through it, and right here, this is his last chance to get a sub. After that, he just has to go for straight out attacking. And if he doesn't sub, I'm just going to KO him, and he clearly can't KO me yet. So finally there, I get the 3-turn Outrage, a freaking gift from the gods, and now I get the confusion. So he's at the point he has to attack. He doesn't have enough HP to set up the sub, so I'm not going to risk. I need that Dragonite for later. I'm going to switch out, go into my Miss Piggy. I don't care if it dies, but if he goes for the Water-type move like this, I get a nice Water Absorb and bring me back up on life. So, oh, very nice. Now here, I kind of didn't think it through. At first, I was thinking, oh, I'll Willow him and then it'll be no problem. But he's faster. He can set up a sub. So I'm going to have to go either for the Taunt, which was kind of risky. Instead, I decided I'm just going to go ahead for that Scald and hope he doesn't KO. Doesn't KO. Go for the Scald. Pray to God for that burn. Come on, come on, come on. And no! So it will at least kind of negate his leftovers, so he still can't set up those subs. But unfortunately, he's going to be able to take me out this turn. So, he goes for that Earthquake, because that's all he can do. Kind of interesting, I used to run a Gyara like this way back in the day in 4th gen. You don't see it, I guess, all that often, but it is pretty effective. It's kind of a throw-up on what to use for his move pool. Anyway, go now, back into my Dragonite, and of course I can just Extreme Speed for the kill. Now, he makes a good play here, and you'll see why later, and switches out to take the Extreme Speed from the Rotom. So, Death Fodder. So he's down now, and this is going to give him the chance, because right now with Extreme Speeds, I'm going to be able to really freaking hurt his team. He can switch back into the Gyara now, barely live. I was kind of thinking he might have died from the Stealth Rocks, but he does just barely live, and I'm sure he knew that, seeing his own HP. And gets that Intimidate off. So now I'm no longer have that like boosted because of the choice band, and he's able to go into his Breloom. Now here's another point in the game where I got luck on my freaking side, because I get off the first extreme speed and he still has enough health to set up a sub. And had, of course, right there, had he not intimidated me before, that probably would have gotten him down to low enough to where he couldn't set up a sub. But in any case, he's able to put me to sleep. Now, depending on how long I sleep is really going to suck, and this was a little risky, but I really just, it's about the only play I could do. Get the first turn wake, which was really crucial and really lucky, and able to break his sub. So now at the point where I don't think he can set up another sub, ends up taking me out, and I have a Breloom almost dead and nothing to protect him. So now I can, of course, go into my Scissor. He has nothing that can come in and intimidate me, nothing. Easily take out that Breloom with the Bullet Punch. And now, at this point, I believe all he has left is that Terrakion, and of course, you know, at this point, with those entry hazards, it's a clear KO. So, my God, what a freaking close and epic match. I definitely have to appreciate the fact that I got a lot of luck on my side, but a really close match, guys. Go check out Noah, NoJNP, epic battler, really good narrator. And guys, thanks for having me back on PokeMoshPit. It's always a pleasure. I'll try and upload here more often. I've just been so busy with so many things. And also, I'm not going to be commenting on this video until I get back, of course, from the PMP tourney this weekend. I'm probably there right now as this video is being uploaded. But guys, it's a pleasure. Come check out my channel as well, KingDaddyDMAC. And yeah, like always, comment, like, subscribe, and peace out.